Hi, it's Ms. Heather from Conservatory of the Ozarks, and today I'm at home, not at the conservatory. I was supposed to teach a bunch of lessons today, but I taught none because I've had strep throat this week, and I taught the first couple days because I wasn't contagious. I had the antibiotic, but today is Wednesday, and I finally asked my students if they'd be willing to reschedule for today because I just was not feeling better. I think I should have taken the day off probably on Monday and rested, but you know, I thought it would be fine. So anyways, I've been resting today, and I thought this might be a good quick little update video. I haven't done one in a while. Things have been super busy because we just had the Halloween recital, which was amazing. It's actually like our best Halloween recital ever, which is great since we hadn't had one since St. Patrick's recital in March. Because of COVID, we've only been doing Zoom recitals, so it was really fun to do an in-person recital, even though we had to follow a lot of rules. But I've been getting some questions on some of my videos about vocal health stuff, and I'll try and do a better video later, but since like I say, have strep, I was doing some steaming, and I just wanted to show my most recent steamer that I got. This guy right here from Amazon. And you just push this button, and you have to wait a little while for it to heat up, and then you put your face, like so. I'm sure you know how one of these works, but these are so great. So great for so many reasons. Not so great with glasses, but it's a little noisy, but they make steam, and you should, if you have any, even if you don't have vocal issues, you should just steam regularly anyway. But especially like if you're sick or you're having congestion or anything like that, you should use one extra. So you should be able to use one up to 30 minutes a day, probably. Most people can, and you won't have any, damage from it. If you go longer than that, then it might be too long, and you don't want to, you can overdo anything, of course. But you can breathe 4 ways. If you stop and think about it, you can breathe in through your nose, you can breathe out through your nose, you can breathe in through your mouth, you can breathe out through your mouth. And so you want to breathe all of those 4 ways. So breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose, breathe in through your mouth, breathe out through your mouth, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, breathe in through your mouth, breathe out through your nose. So you want to use the steamer and breathe all 4 of those ways, because it gets, the mist all around in your sinuses and nasal cavities, I guess, and down, into your throat a little bit. So I notice from doing that, for my voice, a feeling of, I would describe it as like a lubricated feeling. It just feels like the folds, your vocal folds, it just feels really smooth to me, because it helps hydrate your vocal folds. And it also feels like breathing is really easy, like everything is just open and clear. Like if you have a stuffed up nose, it'll go away for a little while if you steam. I mean, it won't stay gone, if you're sick, but it will go away for a little while. So those are the benefits. The other benefit that's really nice, and the reason why I always want one that does the whole face and not just the nose, it's really, really good for your skin too. And if you're a singer, you have to kind of worry about your face a little bit. Wouldn't know from looking at me today, but we're like the one musician who it really matters what we look like, because people are looking at our faces. That's like really part of our performance if we're performing live. So I feel like if you're a singer, you should try to look your best. It shouldn't matter, but it does. It does matter to the audience. And I just noticed it keeps your skin a lot more clear. So it's just like a little bonus that you get if you're using it for your voice. So I have had, I'll tell you, a couple bad things with steaming, and that is with my first steamer that I had purchased at a thrift store. Let me see if I can find the packaging for this one to show you. Here it is. So, if you want to try this one, I don't know that I would say I highly recommend this one necessarily. I've only used it a little bit and I'm still kind of drawing my conclusion. Someday maybe I'll do a really organized video of all the different steamers I've tried and compare them. But the first one I got, it was a Conair one from a thrift store. So it was used, but you just put water in it, so it doesn't bother me that it was used. But it was very similar to that one. And I did notice if I used it every day, I would get like a rattling cough in my lungs, my upper lungs. It would be like, you could feel something rattling around in there. Everything else was great, but I was like, that's probably not so great. So then I tried ordering a different one from Amazon, which I don't know where it is right now since I haven't unpacked everything from moving yet. But that one was great. I liked it way more than the one I'm using now. It put out a really thick steam. But I don't know for sure what happened with that one. But at some point, there was this time, I guess almost a year ago now, when I had to sing a really demanding song, We Shall Behold Him by Sandy Patty. And I had to sing it for a funeral. And it was for a former student's funeral. And I also had to sing some other songs that were kind of hard too, but that one's really hard. And I hadn't sung it or some of the other songs before. So it was pretty demanding. And you know, if it's a funeral, you don't have a lot of notice. So I had maybe like a week or something, and you just have to do it. And my voice, I over practiced because I was trying to learn these songs. And so I resorted to what I usually do when I over practice, and that would be steaming and gargling. You know, my gargle videos I've done with that gargle recipe. And I don't know for sure, I still don't know for sure what happened, but instead of helping those two things that normally always help my voice, they made it worse. And ever since then, when I tried to steam with that steamer, like I waited quite a while, like maybe a few months, and then tried it again, same thing. Like as soon as I try it, it immediately makes my voice feel more sore. And it's kind of a feeling like, I don't know if you've ever, not that you should probably not ever do this because it's not good for your voice, but every once in a great while I'll smoke hookah, you know, at a hookah cafe just for fun. But it has that same effect. It kind of like a sore feeling in your larynx. So I don't know, because it didn't do that at first, but ever since that event, it has done that. So this is I got a different one after that. That one worked pretty good. It was from Vicks, but then it stopped working, so I sent it back and I tried this one. This one's okay. But the one from Vicks and this one, they don't make my voice sore like that other one did. So I don't know. Maybe the thick steam was too much and I overused it. Not really sure. Maybe somebody out there can let me know, because I have tried to research that, and I can only find information about how steaming is beneficial for your voice. I can't find anything about like if you overdo it, what the consequences are, or like what could go wrong and how it could end up being damaging for your voice. So that's just my personal anecdotal evidence about steaming, I guess. But I think steaming is great, but you may have to experiment like I have. Although my voice, you know, since I damaged it when I was in college, my voice is just so susceptible to soreness and damage. I mean, I'm sure it's also because I have to talk and sing and teach all day long. I just use it so much. It gets sore, like, for no reason, it seems like. So probably most other people won't experience the things that I'm describing. But, that's kind of been beneficial to me as a teacher. It's not been beneficial as a performer, but as a teacher, it's been beneficial because I feel like I have encountered like every bad thing that can happen to your voice. So I can hopefully help my students with it when they encounter it. Hopefully they never do, but if they do. I think that's pretty much all that I really have to say at the moment. I'm starting to feel better after laying in bed all day. So I'm really grateful to all of my students who were willing to reschedule today. I hate rescheduling, but I will be back at it tomorrow. I'm so excited because my student Kayla is going to Nick Sibley's recording studio for the second time tomorrow, and we're going to hear what he put together from the project she's been working on with her new song, Devils Inside the Prince, which is the third one that we're working on recording, and we're going to make a music video of it. I'm so excited. So anyways, I hope everybody has a good evening and stays healthy and tries steaming their voices. And if you do try steaming, or if you have any experiences with it, good or bad, you should comment below. It's like not something a lot of people talk about or have experience with, so I would love to hear other people's experiences with it and any advice or input or questions. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.